Good evening. It's February 1st. Our chair is not here, so I guess I'm going to take the reins tonight. This is the Traffic and Safety Board meeting scheduled for 7:30, which is when we're starting. I'll call roll. Pam Stoker.
Here.
Jeff Hang.
Here.
Melissa Coda. Sam Moore.
Here.
Maureen Moore. Daniel Collins. And Harry Anderson is here. Since we don't have a quorum for a vote, I do have a couple of things. Oh, you know what I have? We'll also introduce our guest here.
Pat Cawley with TIA.
Okay, Pat's here, good and faithful. We have some items that would be action items tonight that I don't think it would be right to really get into detail in discussing them because we don't have a quorum to vote. However, I can update on a couple of other things here. I got notified since the last meeting, in fact, just recently, within the last couple of days, that the superintendent of the DPW, Doug Ballard, had requested the road commission to look at the do not block intersection sign over at Rochester and Lincoln. He received a response back that said from the road commission that after reviewing our request, our traffic safety department has indicated that the road commission for Oakland County no longer installs or maintains these types of signs because they are not effective. The intersection is also too far from the signalized intersection to have been considered previously. So the road, and that Rochester Road falls under the jurisdiction of the road commission. So until things change, we are not going to have a do not block intersection sign that they're going to install there to be enforced. So does anybody have any?
Well, my only comment would be then, if that's the case, we should respond in writing back to the complainant.
Our complainant. Yep.
And let them know at least where we stand with this.
Right. Yeah, because there was a few people that brought that concern forward with not being able to get out onto, which is kind of leads into our signage deal on at the alleys, which the signs are on order. We're waiting to get them in to put up the watch for pedestrians before crossing the sidewalk for the alleyway over in that same area. So I will look up in the notes and I think wasn't it Mr. Hill that brought that up to us?
I think it was, yeah.
Because I also have another follow-up with him is that he did bring, if you remember, when Mr. Hill was here, he brought several points forward, and another one was a light issue on Lincoln.
Right.
And I got notified by Mr. Ballard that said that DTE finally installed a street light over in that area.
Oh, good.
So they've got it lit. So I can give them some good news and some bad news.
Yeah.
And so kind of lessen the sting there. The Jefferson Street parking issue, we'll wait until we have a quorum to talk about that. And we also had listed on the agenda a request for blind person in area signs in the area of Selfridge where it meets Phillips. But I think that could get to be a lengthy discussion and that we should have a quorum here in order to do that. So I guess, does anybody else have anything to discuss or?
No.
The only thing I wondered about was, for the life of me, and I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but the guy that lives right at the end of Lincoln.
Oh, Mr. Kucera? Greg Kucera.
I was over there the other day, and I haven't seen, we were putting a sign over there. Did we not agree with that?
We put a sign, it's on Lincoln Street, when you're right at the stop sign, actually. It's on the stop sign upright for Lincoln going westbound at Main Street. All traffic must turn.
It is up there?
It is up.
Oh, okay.
I have talked to Mr. Kucera. I followed up, and He says he hasn't had anybody come up his drive since we had it though, so.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, so it was installed, and
Good.
it took a while to order the sign and have it made, and it was installed. And Mr. Caceres says that it seems to be helping the problem.
Good.
So,
Okay.
anybody else have anything? Mr. Cawley, do you have anything to report? Or anything on the turning trucks in that report at 14 in Main? I know you guys have been pretty busy.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could say is, still haven't gone through the video to get all the passenger vehicles in there. We certainly had the counts that we just counted manually when we were out there on the trucks, and
Okay.
don't
so
remember what those numbers were, but they were relatively low.
It's a work in progress still.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll wait until a future date for that then. Thanks. Does anybody else have anything?
No.
Yeah? No?
Does anybody want to make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Aye.
Not that we,
Aye. Everybody ayes.
maybe we can't even vote to adjourn without a quorum. Have to sit here. Okay, thank you very much for coming, those that came and others that didn't come. I can say on the record that they do have excuses. It's just one of those things that they weren't able to make it tonight. So next meeting, hopefully everybody will make it and we can get some action items taken care of. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.